Hey guys, welcome to a delayed next stream. It's been a while, I know. Been a couple of weeks because you know how it is. Life gets in the way. Working on the Terminator tonight. Let's see, what does it say? Currently, Eric is currently playing SnowRunner while watching my stream. Life is good, but been a while. Getting back to the Terminator, I'm going to do a long stream tonight because it is right towards the end of this thing. I finally got issue 12. I didn't realize earlier when I first got issue 12 that it was actually issue 11, so didn't have all the parts. When I went to do an inventory and make sure things were set up because I was rearranging how I'm storing the parts, I found out that I didn't have issue 12 at all. So I contacted Agora, and they sent me a label to send the second issue 11 back and sent me issue 12 pretty straight away. I'm actually really happy with them. Hey, GB. And speaking of which, let me go back over here and make sure I say hey to everybody. Evening, Eric. How's it going? Two Talls, welcome. Mark Shu from Schuman's Model Shop, glad to have you here. Chris, you know I was joking when I said you were banned from the stream. Otherwise, I'd actually click the button and ban you now. And I know you've been jonesing for a stream because it's been since Sunday since I streamed at least. I know that Kaylin, who is here tonight, welcome Kaylin, streamed on Monday. And let me see, I think that's just about it except for GB. And yeah, I already said hey to GB. So, like I said, getting back to the Terminator, I'm on stage 86 out of 120. That leaves about, and let me move this just a hair. That leaves right around 24 issues to go. So, it's going to go pretty quick, I'm pretty sure. And oh, by the way, just in case anybody's noticed, I got wrong shoulder. Goofy back there. I got the Christmas Goofy going on. I heard my wife saying something. I've got a Christmas Mickey shirt because it's only 296 days till Christmas, guys. Yeah, and yes, the Goofy hat. I have another somewhere a Goofy shirt. I should have wore it, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, gonna work on the Terminator tonight. A couple of updates. I've got the did a little bit of work on a tank Sunday, my first tank. Haven't done anything on the Queen Mary 2 in a little bit. I've got to sand down some spots where I laid the paint on just a little bit thick. Once I clean that up, then I'll make some more paint it. The hull is just about done, so that now I can actually start building on the Queen Mary 2. No, it's not. It's Christmas year-round, Shu. Christmas is a great time of the year. So let me flip over to the... first, we'll go to this one, and he is getting huge. He barely fits it. Hey, look, it's the Goof Crew. I know, Eric, and actually that's where Eric's hate of Goofy came from, is the Goofy here in the shop with the Christmas lights about a year ago. He's like, put that thing away. And I'm like, no. So, like I said, he's getting huge. Got all the parts for the stand. He's not going to support himself on his own because I'm not sure why some of the bolts or nuts and bolts have loosened up, but a lot of them have loosened up since I built him. So stand will hold him. And looking through the rest of the build, the only electrics in the Terminator itself is going to be the mouth and the eyes. And that's going to be a battery box. Yes, Eric loves Goofy. That's going to be a battery box, and then it's a battery box in the stand. But the stand, I think the stand actually... Eric just said you'll be smacked, Chris. The stand can plug into a wall wart, and then the I may run a wire up to the back up the back of the neck. I'm not in trouble with the wife. She's talking to the dog. And actually the dog, my grandson, and my son, we picked him up on, or I picked him up on Wednesday. Eric is goofy. Yes, he is. Yeah, and Wednesday, that's why I couldn't stream. Yesterday, I planned to stream. I got home. Yeah, actually, yesterday I worked in the office. I got home, laid down. I woke up. It was 6:30, so it was a little bit late. So let me flip over to what you guys are really here for. And this is where we left off last time. And it actually took me a little bit to figure out where I left everything. So where we left off last time, he had, and these fingers are still driving me nuts. They're still falling loose. I will be super gluing them eventually. But had the second arm done, and this part left over. So for stage 86, and it was funny earlier because I couldn't figure out where I had put the stuff. Oh, for stage 86, I'll need these parts here. By the way, guys, the glare on this table at least is going to get cut down. I was going to say but actually my darling wife bought me an 18 by 36 pad to cutting mat to replace this one, because this one is gunked up pretty well. I will probably do gluing and stuff like that still on this one and have that other one kept pristine for the stream. Set that over there, and we have leg joint section. What was this? 86.4 left shoulder connector. More of these ratcheting pieces. This would be the left shoulder pin. Yes, left shoulder joint cap. And 2 screws, which means I have 1 screw and 1 spare. Speaking of screws, it's always good if I have the screwdriver out. By the way, that squeak you hear in the background is one of our dogs. He has skin issues, and he tends to, when he scratches himself, whine about it. Tyson, stop. Come here. Okay. Sounds like a cat. Tyson speaks cat. 2 left shoulder sections and arrange them as shown. So this is the one from, hang on. I always tend to get almost too far out from for the camera. So this one goes that way. This one goes this way. Okay. So the other one, this one here will slide down over here. There are notches for the, there's a groove here for the lug for the pin, or the screws right here. And then these two end pieces will slide just right down inside there. Interesting. Because it looks like there are screw holes in here, but they're not. They're just lugs. So slide that down. Why is that? That's not quite making it in there. There we go. And that's how it goes together right there. These pins have holes in them, but it may not be for screws. Hey Dan, welcome to the stream. You know, the one thing I didn't get out was super glue. Looking, okay. There's that. Where is my pin vise? There it is. And since this is actually, it is actually. And what it is my wife was just finishing up with dinner. So I am actually eating dinner after the stream. She made a salad for dinner tonight. And I'm using the more expensive glue tonight, the Loctite, simply because this bottle is not empty by far, but it's starting to dry out. So it says take one of these, put a super glue on the 4 pegs, and like I always do, instead of putting it on the 4 pegs, I'm about to put it on the wrong side. I'm going to put it all the way all around this. Once the glue is in there, you would think, but I've been hanging out with the family. There we go. Yeah, the pins weren't playing nice, but I finally got them to drop in. Let's see. Of course, on the other hand, Chris, if I was paying attention to the family instead, you would be jonesing still for a stream. Okay, so inside of here, I need to rearrange my screens because I can see the chat fine and everything else. Oh, by the way, since the last time I streamed, I now have basically it's a double wide monitor. So now I have the video on one side, chat on the other side, so I can actually keep track of what's going on and see the video, because I like to see what is going out, and the chat. They're right next to each other, whereas I used to have the video on one side, one screen, and the chat on the other. So in here you can see that there's some flat sides on there matched up to the flat sides on this piece. This part just drops in here, and let me just make sure. Yeah, it does not say to glue it. It does say, though, to have the Allen stock and the screw ready. Yes, you can't make Chris happy. There is no happy Chris. Okay, so let me switch cameras, because the next, to put this and the screw in, it'll actually go through. Let me make sure I got this right. Oh, that's really tight. Good and tight. Trying to make sure, put this on the right way. Okay. Oh, and it was right. Okay. So let me switch cameras. This is going on to his shoulder right here. Not very happy with the way the shoulders move, but once he's in place, he's done. He's going to stay there. So it goes on there like that. This part that I just put together will go on the back. This pin will drop in from the front. You can see the flat spots in the left and right there. And this was just sat in there before. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be okay. And then this screw is going to go in from the back, I believe. Yeah, it's going to go in from the back. And the one thing I didn't get is the Allen key. Make sure I got the right one. And of course I don't. There. There. It appears I may have misplaced the Allen key that came with the kit. So that just means I'll have to take one of the bits from the screwdriver set. I think it's going to be... Nope, not that one. Not that one. Okay, that one's going to work. Let me put the other bit away. Okay, so this is the back part. You drop this down through the shoulder socket. Pardon my fat head if it gets in the way. So that goes in there like that. Let me make sure. Okay. This will then go on the back. And I think, actually, let me turn him over. They show him turned over. Interesting. I'm wondering, did I screw it up or did they give me the wrong instructions last time? Because this shoulder is put together the other opposite direction. So let me back this screw out. And we will do both shoulders at the same time. That pop that you heard was the shoulder piece, or the back falling out. So many pieces that look the same. Okay. So this one, hang on. I'll be damned. Did they really design this two different? Okay, that goes on there. I'm putting it on backwards anyway. Sorry, I'm figuring this out. Breaking his leg off. No, minor things like that. Okay. Now, see why they did it that way, but for me, aesthetically, he should look the same on the left and right shoulder from the front. But that's not going down as far. There we go. And it probably was me not paying attention when I did it before. I'm about to try and put this in here. That's not going to work. Probably was me not paying attention when I did this shoulder the first time. And so I put it together with the screw in the front instead of the back. The flats are not wanting to line up. They look the same. Just double check on this one. That one's fitting there. Okay, so I am correcting an error I did not make because the screw will not fit in from this side, or from, not the screw, the cap won't fit in on this side. So here I go again, doing stuff I don't need to. Yeah, see, that one dropped straight in. This one drops straight in. Let me get the screw on here and put this back together. I'm sorry if you guys are chatting. My back is actually to the chat window right now. Okay, that's back where it belongs. Let me take a look at the chat. I still think it's flipping you off. Probably is there, Mark. Read the instructions. No, not read instructions. That's no fun. Okay, so let me put this one back where it belongs. Did you guys know that the Terminator is a contortionist? Rotate it around until it pops down. Let me see. Tricky. Got it. This is why what I think is going to take 10 minutes takes an hour and a half. So tighten this one down. And I will tell you guys the shoulder blades here, these were tight when I put them together. Note to self, note to anybody who builds the Terminator, Loctite. Lots and lots of Loctite. Okay, so I got his shoulder, or his left arm on. And it says, let me flip back over. Red Loctite. What's the difference with red Loctite? Is it the one that never lets go? I was like, I still have to go back and fix those fingers. Okay, put the spare screw away, and according to the instructions, I should have this and this left over. Stage 87. is a leg. Oh, let's get this. It shows a pack of screws, which are actually inside the plastic here. Cool. I don't plan on ever taking this thing apart. Once he goes on the stand, he's done. So I have 5 little nuts waiting for somebody to say something. So 5 nuts, one's going to be a spare. I see. These will go into those insets there, if I can get it to focus. And then this will go over top and is what is going to hold it in place. You can see the 4 holes for screws there. And what does it say? Yes, it says 1 at a time. Apply a little bit of glue. It's right in front of me. I'm looking for the glue. At least Eric laughed. No reaction to me saying I have 5 little nuts. So sad. What I'm doing is I'm just putting it on the flat on all 4 so that I can then drop a nut into each hole. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it is. It's thread glue, though. That one's not lining up. Probably be very helpful if I had tweezers. Come on. There. Poor Eric. He's the only one who can relate to tiny nuts. Speaking of which, we put a picnic table for the squirrels on one of our trees. And we don't need... Yes, I know that, Mark. We put a picnic table on one of our trees in the backyard so that we could feed them walnuts out there, and Apollo won't chase them, or hopefully not. Okay, so what is, so we're waiting to see if they even find it. So what it says is put a drop of glue on these posts here, here, and here. And then slide it down, and that is going to hold it together so that until I put some bolts on those nuts. And there is a slot. There's a slot right here and a tab right here that has to go into there. So once it's in there, it's going to set up pretty quick because, like I said, I'm using the Loctite glue. Eric was asleep again. Or were you, Eric? And it says stage complete. Still have that hanging out. Let's see, right now, everything I'm doing right now is a repeat of what I did for the left leg. Working on the right leg, sorry. Working on the left leg right now. Oh man, I just looked at my screen and saw that Unpainted Bane and Tiny Batman, well, there goes Bane again. Unpainted Bane and Tiny Batman are laying down on the job again. Someday I'll have to buy or build the tumbler so that Bane doesn't have to remain unpainted. So we've got the hip joint, the inner and outer casing for the hip joint, the domed cap, then the outer cap for the hip joint, and a bunch of screws. There's 5 of the longer ones, 2 of the shorter ones, and again, 2 spares, or a spare of each. Okay, if I remember right, this is not that difficult. So we take the leg, or I think this is the thigh, drop the outer joint in here, or the outer casing, and inside here you can see there's some lugs for screws. So this has cutouts so that it will fit down over top of those, just like that. You can see it if I move it, that it's in there. Screw sockets inside the joint. Take the hip joint, and this, I believe, is metal, and drop it down in here like so. Then we have to flip over the other screen, which means, because unlike what I did last time, I'm going to pop out the chat, move it over here to where I can see it, and switch screens. Okay. Okay, one of these is at the 3 times 8mm, just make sure. Yes. And this is a cross tip. Change my bits again. Okay, so now I'm going to finish a sentence. I've been kind of rambling here. So, one of the larger screws, the shorter but fatter screws, this one right here, is going to go through the hip, the socket, into the leg. Inside here on the leg, you can see there's a keyway on here. There's also a keyway inside of the Terminator's leg. Down there, I don't think I can get you to where you can see there, but there's a keyway down at the base of that. So I've got to put this on here, and there, now it's caught. So that's on there, that's on there. Put the screw in. Wow. This could get, actually it's not going to be too bad. I was going to say this could get interesting, but I think, no I can't. Okay. Put that socket back in there. Need a different screwdriver because it's too far down in there. I'm tightening it down as tight as I can get it because the ball is not going to move. The hip joint itself will not move, the ball socket or the ball. Exactly, Mark. Nothing like a nice long screw to hold onto the hip joint. And it says right now, you can see the hip is quite loose. That's what this and the cap is for. So this will go in here over top the same lugs as last time, but it's a little bit more interesting because I can't reach from both sides. Almost there. There. Now that's down. Trust me, I can't show it to you, but that is down over top of the those lugs. This now, the rounded cap does the same thing. And then take 4 of these longer screws. And again, we have a long screw, Mark. But these 4 screws will go over top of this cap. This cap here will go down inside there. Yeah, there is not any specific way other than it's got to hit the lugs. And you can see there's some lines to line it up with it. So let me see if I can get him up on his side without things breaking. And it is still really loose. Hang on, let me make sure. Yeah, it goes that way. So let me find one of the screws and actually get this thing started, because once I have one started, I should be able to do all of them. Just long enough that I can see it while it's still not inside the model. Okay, that one's threaded. So with it now in place, I should be able to get the rest of them threaded pretty easily. Unless I miss completely like that. I thought it was threaded. This could be a little bit more interesting than I expected, because it is not all the way down there. Let's try this again with one screw. Now let me make sure. Nope. It was in the hole but not threaded. Oh, damn it. You know, this bottom one is sticking up the furthest, so let me try it. I don't know if that's a caught or not. Let's see if I can get another one in there. Hopefully not miss the, I think I just missed the lug. This is getting frustrating. Yeah, it's not playing nice. What I need to do is hold the leg up like that. Get these screws out of here. That feels a little bit better. Beginning to wonder if the threads on these are not correct thread. That would suck. That one missed completely. But the other one appears to be caught. So let me just see if I can get at least two of these things in, because once I have two, the other two should line up okay. Maybe that one is in. It is. Cool. Let me drop this last one in. We'll tighten all of them up. And you can see the hip is a lot stiffer than it was before. Let me see, does it say anything about No, does not say anything about not over tightening these. So I can over tighten them to my heart's content. Let me see if I can reach with this. Doesn't even make it in the hole. Flat tip, flat tip. Does that make, nope. No, not making it in the thing. That's not too big. Maybe this one. I'm just wanting to make sure that these are really tight and the other screwdriver was just popping up out of the cross point hole. Okay. Gotta gazillion screwdrivers now. Feels like I got that other one on just a little bit tighter. No way. Huh. That wasn't good. Set this off to the side for right now. I think this arm is on backwards. Maybe not. Let me pop some more glue back onto here so that maybe I can get it to stay in there. And actually the pins on this thing broke. On this little round piece that popped out. And this is where I agree with Kaylin that some of these things are a little bit not very well engineered. It's falling apart. Yes, it is. Try this one more time on here. Which one was it? Where is that black screwdriver? Because it was the only one that actually got a good grab. Poor Terminator needs a hip replacement. Nope, that's as tight as it's going to get. Okay. I will get him sorted out. And look at that finger. God bless it. I tightened that finger up earlier today, too. I don't know where I put the Allen wrench. Okay. So let's flip back over here. Wow, look back over here. It looks like I'm driving people off. Had 8 people at one point, now I'm down to 4. But that's okay. Okay. So stage 89. Sorry guys, I found the Allen stock, and this, it's amazing how much this finger keeps loosening. I need some red Loctite in there. Engineers, yes. I blame Eric too. I blame Eric for everything. It's Kaylin's? Okay, I can go with that too. Okay. Still haven't found a place for this thing. And it's not talking about it anymore. So we have hip plate. I love some of these really technical names. Left leg part insert, left leg part. and two 12mm Allen screws. Not this one. Matter of fact, where is there? Put my spare away. I wonder if that tightens it up, because this does attach. This does attach using this screw, I believe. So take the leg part, and imagine that. You put the leg part insert into the leg part. That's as far as it goes. The picture actually shows it, that there is a gap there. I mean, it will not go any further in. This goes over the top of the hip. This screw goes inside of it. It's a hex again. Wrong one. So let me get this bit. Yep, that'll work. I'm just going to set that one there. Spare screws everywhere. Oh. Switch back over to here. These posts on here will fit into where the legs were. Basically, that's going to keep the screws from even having the possibility of backing out. So let me get that in there. Put this screw in through the hip. Tighten this thing down. I can roll them up. Oh no! Oh, okay. Not a big deal. It's a ball joint. It pops out. So I can roll them up on the side and show you. That's where I just put the screw in, and that's the cap. Yeah, what happened here was this ball joint right here popped out. I think his spine is in about the same condition as Eric's. No, I don't have the arm on backwards. It's just really stiff. At least I don't think I do. You know what? I do have this arm. Oh, God damn it. Pardon my French. And that was a... Good thing I didn't switch screens yet, huh? After re-looking at it, yes, the arm is on backwards. Stay. Another finger falling loose. Damn it. I might just super glue these fingers in place. Actually, what I need to do is get in there and glue them with super glue the way I was supposed to. So it is supposed to have the screw in the front on both sides. I thought it looked funky that the one side was going to have the screw in the front and the other was going to have the screw in the back. But it actually showed the screw coming in from the back instead of the front. Maybe I have the left arm where the right arm's supposed to be. There. Yep. Thanks for that, Chris. That's why I keep you guys around, so you can keep me straight. Okay, so I just did the hip. And I have this piece left over. Let me put the Allen stock away. Now my bolts match. Absolutely. Did not like the way they looked. Still got that piece. Just because I'm going to go back and look. Because it irritates me that it just suddenly dropped it. Okay, now I'm going to be the second washer will be used. It says one paragraph says it's spare, the other one says that it will be used at a later stage. This is another part of the thigh. Looking, and I don't see where it is at. Actually, stop looking at it and put it together. Then you'll know where it goes. So let me put that over there. Cut the screws loose. So we have 4 tiny, tiny screws. 1 larger one. Okay, that's why I didn't recognize that. It goes on the outside. Let me switch to the other camera. So this piece, the reason I didn't recognize it is because it goes inside this piece. It's actually the outer portion of it. And then the tiny, tiny screws. Roll them over. Put your arm down. You're in the way. Okay, so of course I've got you guys on the wrong screen. I noticed, Chris. Put the chat over on the other window again. Actually, you know what? Restore chat. Move that screen over. So, inside here are where there are 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 3 tiny screws. And those tiny screws go into here, here, and here. So this will go back in here like this. Actually, let me see. Since I'm working on the left leg, but I'm on the back side of the left leg, spin him around. Put this back inside here. Looking at it from a completely wrong angle now. Pardon my fat head. There we go. So take these. I still can't. That's why they give me a spare. I just lost one of the little bitty ones. Okay, come on. I don't think this is a magnetic screwdriver. Not sure if it's for screwdriver or the. That's better. Screw is magnetic, so magnetic screwdriver helps immensely. Pop that sucker. And I'm sorry, you can't see it because of the other leg. You threaded. Not sure if that one's threaded in or not. I think it is. There. Put this other one in and then go back to that. Screwdriver used to be magnetic. It's not quite. You need ice cream? Well, go get ice cream. I'll still be here. Unless you're talking you need to go to the store, then I might not still be here. Damn it. Might not still be here when you get back from there. There's that one. And that one, and one more. This one is way up underneath here. I don't think there's any way I can get it to where you can see it. Of course, it doesn't want to stay. I keep forgetting that screwdriver is not magnetized. I need to run some neodymium magnets over it. There. Bend that leg out of the way, and hopefully I can get to that screw now. That thing's too long. As is that one, so that's a really terrible spot all the way around. Of course, it's magnetic, so I picked up the screw out of the hole instead of leaving it in like I wanted to. Come on. I had it in there. I had to. Oh, I can't use that one to get it in there. The bad part is it's also in shadow. Echo, turn on bench. That didn't help really. There. Terminator is a contortionist. Why is it not threading? Wonder if it's stripped out. Now there's the problem. When I'm pushing down, it's pushing the plastic part away, and so it wasn't threading. Okay, I'm gonna leave him like that because I still got to put the leg part here on. Where's not my mouse? I'm sitting here trying to find my mouse to turn the page. So this part will go in there. Actually, I should be able to lay him back normal and get to it still. Yeah. So on this thing, the part that went into the barrel is the part that goes down towards the bottom. This lines up right here. And tightens in. And it's not threaded all the way, so you tighten it until it stops. Leaving that free to move a little bit. And here, I'll show you in just a second what I mean by it's not threaded all the way. It's easier to show it on this screen here. So you can see there's only threads at the very bottom of the screw. The rest of it is unthreaded. And that was was that stage 90? That was stage 90, which means this book is now complete. So let me move the screen over. And I will be right back because what I got to do is go across the room and start picking up parts for the next book. Pack 10. Actually, I was wrong. I said 24. I just realized I said 24 earlier tonight. I have had 34 left to go. grab some parts. And hopefully I'll grab the right pack, because there's a bunch of parts here. Let's see, 97, 98, 91, that's the one I was looking for, 92. And that was when I was labeling the where did I put 91? Yeah, when I was labeling these, how this one has 91, that's when I figured out that I didn't have stage 12. I had 2 stage 11s. Penguins are playing? Well, and Eric was, he said he was going to play a game. I forget the name of it. SR. Streaming Reconnoitering? I don't know. Okay. Stage 91. Are they winning, Shu? Or are they pissing you off? Cool. Dr. Pepper float sounds yummy. So this is the muscle for the left thigh. Got a muscle connector, left thigh muscle, inner left thigh muscle, which makes, oh, okay, they're backwards here. This is the muscle, this is the inner muscle. It does sound really good. Muscle cap, and the left foot. Take the muscle cap and apply a little bit of glue around it. Basically, I'm going to glue it in here like this. This stuff is drying out. So apply a little bit of glue around the inside, and actually I'm going to hit the lip as well, because I'm going to push this all the way down. The glue is just to make sure that this doesn't slide back out. And there. I hit it to make sure it's seated all the way. Then you take the inner muscle. It slides out through the bottom like that. And then you do the same thing here with the glue, so that this stays on, keeping the inner muscle trapped inside. So I find it funny, actually, that they call it muscle instead of hydraulics, because truly that's what it would be on a Terminator. And that is the left thigh muscle put together. And this thing here had some problems on the other leg when I was moving it earlier. This just flops back and forth. So knee, stage 92, which is right here. I'm going to have to move all those. I piled all those stages, all the parts, right on top of the Terminator. root beer, Dr. Pepper, and I've never heard of actually 7-Up float, but I mean, it should be the same premise. Now, it's soda on top of soda with ice cream in it. All right, so knee joint, muscle tendon, details for the left foot. I think they actually, yeah, those are going to be the bottom of the left foot here. Center part for joint. The rubber washer for the tendon, and a few screws. Saw the black screws and actually thought it was another one of those. Cool. Orange soda would be good. What about a Fireball and Coke float? I think that would be pretty good. Could even just do the Fireball. Put a little bit of Fireball over some vanilla ice cream. That would not be too terrible. Okay, so this is the washer disc that just came with this. This is the one that I've been carrying along. This one has 4 lugs. This one has 3. Very important if you ever build this not to mix them up. So this is going to take some glue. It says to do the posts. I'm going to do the posts in the back of the thing again, back of the washer, and drop it in there. This, actually, I'm going to do just around the outside of the post, because this part here does not have a backing where the holes for the lugs are. So if I do anything beyond the outside of the lugs, beyond the outside of the lugs, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to be glue in there that's wasted and dries up. So put the glue on the 3 lugs. Put this down in the hole. And I didn't show well, I think you saw it anyway. I didn't show the holes that are inside here, but now this is on here forever and ever and ever and ever. So we've got the Spence. How's it going? My internet's been really good, but now that I've said that, it's going to flake out. So got the screw and the rubber gasket part that goes on the end of this. I'll push this on here. Actually, interesting. Yeah, there is different sizes on here. I don't think on the other ones there has been. It's been the same size. One side fits on here, the other side does not. It's a smaller hole. You only missed some screws and nuts, tiny nuts, and me screwing up. You did miss me putting the arm completely backwards. Waiting for warm weather. Yes, tomorrow. Well, today was not bad. It was supposed to be 56. It got up to 59. Tomorrow is supposed to be 76, which means it's probably going to get up to 90. Wisconsin, this area of Wisconsin's weird because we get winter, 15 minutes of spring, and now it's summer. So these three parts, like I said earlier, I have better internet than Kenny does too. And by the way, my bald spot is nothing compared to my son's. He's been off on his own in Omaha for a couple of years, and I've noticed I don't live in Wisconsin. I haven't lived in Wisconsin for a long time, but I noticed that he's got a comb over because he's got his grandfather on my wife's side hair problem, as in he's too tall for it. Oh, and I was ready to glue them in. It says screw them in. Did I say the weather in Wisconsin? I meant the weather in Illinois. Ha! You guys almost got the opportunity to hear me rummaging around on the floor looking for a part. Almost. Brains have pushed all the hair out. Yeah, I just like to think of it as, I'm a little bit too tall for my hair. Yes, I am suffering from old timers. Although I did used to live in Wisconsin. I lived in Kenosha. And what was funny was we were 15 minutes from the Jelly Belly factory, and you know how many times we went to the tour in the 3 years we were there, 4 years? Let me think. Yeah, it was 3 years. Moved there in 2008, retired in 2011, and in the 3 years we were there, we went to the Jelly Belly factory and did the tour absolutely no times at all. Kept meaning to. And now it's about 4.5 hours away. Yep, you got that right, Shu. You never, and that's the thing is, when things are close by, you tend to never get to them. Keep trying to convince my wife we need to go to the vacation hotspot of Missouri, listen to all the commercials, and go to Branson. 15 minutes from Jelly Belly. Yeah. It was kind of cool. Anytime I had to go to a doctor's appointment down in Great Lakes, I had to drive right by. Or anytime I went to, if I went to Chicago, I actually hit the freeway. Great Lakes, it was a toss-up between whether the freeway or the back roads were going to be faster. I don't know, Chris. Shu just said that he did. And I haven't been to the Arch yet. I've driven by it many times. Someday we're going to go to the Arch. I was wrong. I was thinking these were the heel parts. This is actually where it will attach to the leg. So that's on there. It says to take one of these, and these are again a only partially threaded screw, and and attach this into a into part of the pelvis and put the screw through there. Geographic sentence. I think, isn't that 4 corners, Chris? I think that's what it's where it's at. Of course, on the other hand, my aunt and uncle had the claim to fame of their house was the first one ever condemned in the States. Not really. They had a plaque on the outside, though, that said that. So what it was... Okay, I looked at the picture. So what I was saying is this part here, this will go into this slot here. Screw will go through, tighten it up. If I can find the... So tighten it up, and even with it completely tightened, both of them have fallen out of the ball joints. Or out of the socket. Both of the balls here have fallen out of these sockets. There. So, what I was saying earlier is this just flops around so badly. There's nothing holding it in place. And so as the leg moves, it just kind of flops around. And I know there's an aftermarket part to fix that. But once I pose this thing on the stand, once he's posed, I'm not really that concerned how much this is flopping because it's not going to move. And that, when I bring the camera back over here, or the video back over here, Lebanon, Kansas. That is all in stage 92. And again, more extra screws. I'll tell you how far from Smallville. I'll tell you a really good place to go. And we went a couple of times, paid trip actually, because it was where we did our annual awards banquet and everything else, and annual training when I was in recruiting service. Great place to go to in Wisconsin is Wisconsin Dells. Every hotel has a water park. So at the end of this stage, these pieces plus this one from earlier are what's left over. Let me find 93. There's 94. There's 93. Three trees past the Piggly Wiggly. I've been to, hang on, just saw something. What is it? So Omar just posted on Discord that things have gone to shit in Russia. One of the texts they had over there got his family out in the dead of night. I'm hoping this thing calms down. I'm hoping somebody wakes Putin up, and that's as much as I'm going to say about the whole political thing. I hate paying attention to the news. Okay. So this is going to be another muscle connector, similar to the last one. Let's see, this is 4, so... Oh, okay, so these are very similar. The two caps, the muscle itself, the internal muscle, more of the foot, and 3 little screws. Oh, and see, this is where it gets... Actually, no, this was... Never mind. Lost my mind. I built this one. I was going to be like, this is where it gets weird because there's no little rubber grommet. They already built it, but no, I built it already. Living in Kansas and dogging Missouri. That's okay. I mean, I tell you what, Illinois is not where I ever expected to end up, but here we are. It's one of these things of when I retired, I followed the work. Ended up in California. Had to get out of California. I'll never go back there again if I can avoid it. Let's see, this goes on the smaller side. And again, this gets glued on here. I'll never go back to California if I can avoid it because it's a welfare state. And it continues to be a welfare state because people are like, oh, they need some help. Why do I have to pay for it? Don't like California. Sorry. There's actually history in that. Hated Missouri for going back into the Civil War. Okay, so that one's glued on. And same thing as last one. That goes through. This cap gets glued on the other end. California wasn't bad for a while. Yeah, it is the area that I'm in. I think you're talking to Mishu. The area that I'm in for Illinois is not a bad area. There are some really bad areas nearby, from my understanding, and I have nothing to base it on because I've never gone there. But what I've heard is don't go to East St. Louis if you can at all avoid it. Okay, so the foot goes together. There are 2 lugs here for screws. And there are 2 screw holes coming through where these are, where these tabs are. And so this will just go together like so. And I'm trying to put it back with the tabs on the top and the bottom. You got the holes there for the screws. Yes, East St. Louis is really bad. I've heard just don't go there. There are some places, there are some places that I haven't been that I look and I don't like the look of the area. But when I was in California, where Beale Air Force Base is located is in the middle of the 3 poorest counties in California. Linda, California is the methamphetamine capital of, I like to say, when I was there, I like to say the world, but it's of the area. Because the area is so depressed. But I'm not like a lot of people were there that when they would drive through the area and they'd be like, from the looks of it, they'd be just like, oh, you don't dare, yeah, you can't go here at night. And I'm like, yeah, you can. It's just that the military, we get jaded into thinking everything is nice everywhere we go, but it's not. You know, you have to understand how to deal with it. Drive through it as fast as you can. I fortunately have never been into East St. Louis, so I don't know if it's a bad area or not. I do know where we bought was one of the places that in the 90s when they built it, this was where the nicer houses were. I got that or nicer homes. I got that from one of the, actually I got it from my realtor. So it could be suspect. So at this point, I've got this tendon, this piece left over. This is the part of the elbow, muscle, and foot. So on to stage 94. If I can figure out, because some of these I misnumbered. Yeah. It's really that bad. Okay. I will just make sure that I never go there. So here's another one of these washers that has the 3 instead of the 4 tabs or lugs. Another tendon. Other side of the knee joint, I believe. I think these two pieces go together. Something like that. This is 93. Heel parts. Okay, yeah. This will go over top of here and make the heel. Screws, screws, screws. 3 different types of screws. One of the few places you go fully armed. Okay. Although I do have to say, Jordan one time wanted to go and visit a girl in St. Louis, not East St. Louis, right underneath or right by the arch. And based on just looking at pictures on the internet, I was like, I don't know. I wasn't so sure. And this was several years ago when Jordan was a little bit less worldly. He's been around a few places, and so he's a little more worldly than he was. If he was to ask now, I would be like, sure. Okay, so just like before, put glue on the 3 lugs and put it down into here. And this time I'll show you. There's holes for the 3 lugs to go into. And the glue is only truly there to keep it there until you actually put the joint together that's making up, because once it's on there, there's no way for it to pop back out. So that's on there. Actually, I wonder, do these, no, there's going to be something in between, but these are opposite sides of the knee. Really? I might have to, because I will tell you, I am a history buff. I don't read enough history as, here lately, the last few years. But I am a history buff. I like history. I like to see what happened. It's not all history. I like a lot of American history. I like a lot of world history. It just depends on what piques my interest at the time. Reminds me of when my daughter was in, she paid for school via the internet. Actually, no, it wasn't even via the internet. It was just straight correspondence. But she paid for correspondence school years and years and years ago. And when she got done, or when she was doing one of her tests, she was like, I can't find this and all this. She was doing her homework and everything. Hang on. I'm looking at something. Fit. It says take care that put a nut in there and take care that the washer does not fall out. No, take care that the nut does not fall out, and this does not need to be glued. But she was reading on the Civil War and couldn't find the questions, and it was funny because I sat there and I went through and I found them, and I also knew a lot of what what the questions were asking. It's about time you woke up, Eric. Missouri and Kansas trying to get the state to go. Why do I have a feeling that's what Juneteenth is all about? From 92, that would be this one. So it says that, and I'm not going to flip over to this. Actually, I am, because it's got a lot going on over there. I was going to say I wasn't going to flip to the other screen. That's a Texas thing? Okay. Okay, so it says, with him face up, to fit, just looking, fit this one in here. And so just slide in there like that. Shows tendon in place. So it says, and now I need to move all these pieces I just threw up on here because it says to turn him over. Which you guys don't see, I don't think. Let me see. Let me take a look. Yeah, you do a little bit. His head is surrounded by these little packages. So it says take him and turn him over. So he's face down on the pavement. Model over, facing downwards. And attach this piece here, this tendon, PM 3 by 12 millimeters. Let me double check I've got the right one. Yeah. So use a screw like this, PM 3-4. Put it through here. Slant on the muscle is supposed to be to the outside. And attach it right here. Looking away from the chat right now, guys. I hope you realize that. I'm not going to move it over this time. That one may have backed out because this one can actually be tightened pretty well. Tighten it until it sounds expensive. Yeah, this one's actually backed out quite a ways. So let me tighten it back up. Okay, so that's got that in. Let me catch up on that. 160 years, people still hold a grudge over that. That was when the slaves in Texas found out they were free. Funny how people have no idea what it is, but they want to celebrate it. Yeah. Okay, so that's got this tendon attached, or muscle. Fixation point. And then put this one here and here, and this is the one with the nut on it. Based on looking to the other side, what's going to happen is that it's going to go to the outside here. The screw's going to come in from this side. That's exactly what it is, and it is 3 by 16 millimeter. I'm just looking to make sure I'm getting the right ones. By 16 millimeter, again, one with only partial threads. So this one with the nut in it has to go out here. There. Had to move the leg over. So it goes on the outside, this one goes on the inside. There's a groove here and a flat spot here. The flat spot is where the screw goes into, goes across here, through here, and it will go in and push the nut out, and I'll lose the nut and never find it again. Babe, what's up?
Are you still filming?
Uh-huh.
You know where my filter is that I came, the fish filter?
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Okay.
I brought it and set it next to the aquarium.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So this screw goes, like I said, the screw is going through both. I'm trying to get it hooked in here. I think I've caught the nut. So that's relatively tight. See if this one's loosened up. It has quite a bit. So that's got that. So you can see now that the tendons are the same on both sides. This one, that would help. This one here doesn't yet have, or this muscle doesn't yet have the tendon that goes down to the back of the knee. So moving on to the foot, which it would be nice if I put it over here where you guys could see it. So let me clip these parts off. Right now I'm tossing these sprues. I've got pieces of it that I kept. So the part with the screw hole goes towards the back. So this will go on here like this, and there's a lug on here that a screw will go into. Hole here for each of the sides of the lug, because there's a lug on this side as well. It just pushes down on here. Well, actually, yeah, I'm putting it together wrong. There's different size lugs, so it was not, it looked like it went that way, but it goes the opposite direction. That goes on here like this. And then this little tiny screw here goes on here, or goes in here, and tightens down. So now, and eventually there's going to be pieces coming off of here to form the rest of the foot, parts of the knee joint, and a bunch of spare screws. So actually, I'm going to look over at this cord really quick and see what else. To here, Omar got a text. I'm not going to read the text. I'm just reading what it is, what it says in the text. It's funny you posted to hear it ding on my stream, but I didn't hear it ding. I don't think it did ding. Never. Never shoe. It's never going to have skin. Because that's the whole thing about it, is it's supposed to be skinless. Okay, so 95. Where did I put 95? There's 95. Assemble and affix the knee joint. Another tendon, a socket, knee joint, and a bunch of screws. So I put away the old screw, the spare screws from the last stage. So let me get out these screws. A single washer. Need to print some that looks like Eric. That would be funny. Actually just need a mask for it. Get a picture, put it over the face of the Terminator. Okay. So it's kind of funny that this lug, or this ratcheting piece, was inside of here upside down. It goes in there like that. Let me get some more glue. And again, the only surface area that's going to contact between the two is the pins themselves. So let me drop this on here. So that's on there. Well, damn. Apparently I wasn't supposed to put that one on there. I'm looking at the pictures and this is the one that's supposed to have it. And I got to get that off of there before it sets. Damn it. Because it's supposed to be on the other side here. Got it popped up on one side. It's what I get for not paying attention. Let me see. We're going to put the scalpel in on this side. Okay, there we go. It's coming loose. Glad I didn't wait for it to set before I looked. Because actually, I didn't look. It goes on this. That's the one that from earlier that I've been talking about forever. So actually, put some glue on here, and I said actually like twice now. Mental pause. Put some glue back on here. Get this to seat in here where it's supposed to be. Do the same thing on this other side here with this other one. I didn't lose a finger. Oops. Yes, indeed. Oops. Okay. No harm, no foul. It's done. I fixed it. Join the washer in place. Take the tendon. Just looking. Okay. Take this tendon. And a PM 3x12 millimeter. Believe that would be this. Yep. There's supposed to be, okay, there it is. There's a screw hole. So, screw hole right here. That this screw is going to go through the tendon and attach in that hole. If I could put it in the hole instead of next to the hole. So we'll go in there like that. Tighten it all the way down. Is that the right one though? It just seems like a large screw there. 95-8. Ah, that's why it's not going in. And now I've realized what PM is. PM is the same as cross point. So there's the difference between these screws is there's cross point and then there's an Allen screw. That's why it wasn't going in, is I was trying to screw in one of the Allen screws, and it doesn't work very well with a cross point. Better. Tighten this till some of the plastic snaps. There's actually quite a ways to go still before that happens. And that's as far as it goes, and it leaves this with some pretty good play. Yeah, if I go any further, I'm going to actually pop it through the back of the thing. So that goes on here like that. And then this piece here that I tried to glue that other ratcheting piece onto, turn the knee joint, it goes on the bottom here. There are 3 lugs. So there's 3 lugs here for screws, 3 holes on here, and this is where I had glued that piece on. Let's see, there's a flat spot. And I'm putting it on backwards. This is actually the side that goes down. There's a notch or a tab there that fits into this notch here. So it goes on there like that. And then 3 of these, which are PM 3x6, will go in there. Just like that. And I'm just getting them in there, getting them started so I can come back and tighten them down. And the 3rd one. Having a magnetic screwdriver is hugely important. Helps so much to hold the screws in place. Says to put the terminator face down, which he still is. So those are tight. And let me switch over to here. So he is face down. And this rod here, this tendon, which does not have by the way, does not have the rubber grommet on it, goes on here like so. Wait a minute. Yeah, it goes on there like that. And this will slide on there like this. We're getting these 2 pieces here. This will slide down in here, and there's a hole right here through this. The knee goes together like so. And I'm just making sure this one so the one with this sticking up, okay, there's a spot, there's no way that you can get them wrong because there's a spot where that locks into. Same with this one. There's a notch. I'm doing this by braille, so it slides in there like that. And then take one of these Allen stock ones, one of these with the Allen stock head, and grab the correct bit. And like I said, I'm going to do this by braille because it's on the opposite side from me. I'm just going to slide it in there. And you tighten this down. This is one of them parts that's got to be as tight as you can get it, which is why they do the Allen stock, so that the knee doesn't flop around. Because if it supports any weight, it's going to be right there that it supports weight. And I just found that screw that I dropped earlier. So let me move back over here, back over to the main bench. So now this little ball, and I hate the fact that they actually have the connection to the sprue on the ball itself. Might have to sand that a little bit. Okay, so this ball, and let me see. Yeah, right there you can see. Right there is the burr. I'm cutting it off the sprue. So let me. There, that took it down. So this ball, the bottom of it is D-shaped to fit this D-shaped hole here. It'll pop in here like this. This is where the washer goes. It's tiny, well, not tiny, the small screw. That's tiny. Small screw here along with the washer. I don't know if you can see the washer on there. I need a real camera sometime. But it will drop down into this hole. Tighten it down. So it's in there like that, holding this ball on the bottom, and then this. Actually, it's not on the bottom, that's the top. This ball gets pushed on here. And I've actually got it turned the wrong way. This is the joint for the foot. Let me see. It doesn't want to turn very well. I'm not going to grab the part because I don't want to scar it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take needle nose pliers and gently pry this back off. There we go. It actually shows in the picture that the spots here, the slots, should be on the sides. Yes, Donnie, I'm playing with my balls. Balls and sockets. Screws, nuts, balls, sockets, you know. You know me, I ain't afraid. So 96, add the left kneecap. Is there a kneecap on? Oh, there is a kneecap, but it's like very small. So stage 96. Where is stage 96? 95, 97, 100, 99, 98. Well, that could be bad. 96 is on top of the power supply. Oh yeah. Let's put away the spare screws. Still no Enterprise. Well, to be able to do Enterprise D, I need Eagle Moss to send me Enterprise D parts. Can't make them myself. Maybe Omar can print me the parts for the Enterprise D. Oops. I was looking away when that happened. Luckily, I felt it. So that is the back of the kneecap, or inner kneecap. This is the outer kneecap. Another one of those ratcheting things. And foot pieces. V has foot pieces. And the sleeves. And I'm looking. Yeah. They actually used screws on the foot pieces. It's called a grub screw. I do want to work on it. Going with what World of Wayne is doing, I'm going to do part of that. I haven't watched a whole lot of what Wayne's doing. I watched what he's doing for the windows, and I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not pretty sure, I know I'm going to be doing that. About the rest of it, you know, replacing it with the lighting with strip lighting, all that, I don't think I'm going to go that deep. Yeah, I agree, Donnie. I'm not happy that I'm as far along as I am. Okay, so 5 has, so this part is 96-5. This is 96-4. You can tell because of that raised detail on the barrel. Cool. I thought his first try was really good. Shorter flanged foot. So this one goes on here like so. And then take this, what did they call it? The grub screw, and put it through there. They've actually, and I'm actually looking at how they're doing it, how they did it as I'm going, and I see why they're going that way. This side is threaded, this side is not. So you go from this side here, if I can keep this thing together. You go from here, put the screw through. It'd be really helpful if the other piece was in there. And And then you tighten it down until it's basically flush on both sides. I'll have to watch Wayne's update to see what he did. Okay, so this part goes on here, fit a plastic sleeve through there. And there is a recess for the pin to go into here. There's a little bit of a recess there. So first thing is to put this silicone sleeve through. The silicone sleeve truly is so that the pin, once it's there, the pin doesn't keep it from moving. So let me cut one of these off. Push it in here. And it comes out flush, flat. And it's still movable, but it's pretty tight together. And of course, the silicone sleeve is trying to push out the other side. So now this, do the same thing. Push the sleeve through. Instead of pushing it all the way through, I'm going to push it partially through, leaving it sticking up just a hair, so that this will carry it through, the pin will carry it through and leave it not trying to push out the other side. Hey Kevin, how's it going? You pull this back just a hair. It's not playing nice, so and on this there's actually a flange on either side, or it's got the indent on either side to where I could put it in from either side. And those are supposed to look like that. So now let me take the kneecap. Inside there are 2 lugs for screws. Surviving. Aren't we all? Oh wait. Yeah, you just got diagnosed with COVID, didn't you? Actually, it's not lugs for screws. It's lugs to go in here, into these holes here. Hope you get better, man. Well, I'm pretty sure you will, but it sucks that you got it. Put the glue in there. Push this together. Hold it. And it will set pretty quick. So now the Terminator needs to turn back over. Get better, man. Get better. So these, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the other one. So these two lugs and this tab are going to go into this tab, this slot, and these two holes. And it's just glued on. Oh, that ain't good, Chris. That is not good. So I'm putting glue on these two lugs. And so it's just gonna pop on here like this. And I will tell you what, guys, it has been so long since I did this, I don't even remember doing the first. There we go. So, and it just sits on there like this. Looks very much like this one. And then this last piece, this washer piece, is going into the bottom of the knee joint. Actually, you think you took the wrong one. Yeah, I saw that earlier. So, what are you going to name the baby, Chris? Name it Eric. Looking because the glue is actually stuck a little bit. Always keep a Leatherman handy. So let me put a little bit more glue on the thing. Put some glue on these lugs. And then again, doing building models by Braille. Fit down in there. I'm not going to try and move the camera over so you can see it. You just got to trust me. It's the same thing as this one. Slot and two holes. I'm doing it wrong. Yes. Janeway. Never Janeway ugly, huh? Okay, so back over here, and that is the end of that stage. Oh. I heard ding, yes. I'm okay with the ding. It doesn't bother me a bit. Omar posted some pictures of, and I think it's just somebody else's print at this point. I don't know whether he's done it, but it's the, I forget what it is. Picard's old ship, I think. Stargazer. From Picard season 2. Well, okay. I guess I might have to watch some of Picard season 2. So 97. Where is 97? It's 99, 98, 97. And we have more foot parts. Some of them are more foot parts. So this is the base of the knee joint. This will go on the bottom of the part that I just put the socket on, or the sprocket on. Lower leg part. Looks like it's going to have a, yeah, it will have a ball attached in there, I believe. Oops, there went the glue. Sleeve for lower leg part. Foot parts. Oh, yeah, and that is one thing. The foot parts are marked. These two are marked with a 2. More parts of the joint, foot joint. Okay, that's what that was. This is the toe. Let me double check. This is marked 1. There's 1. This is 2. 2 more of these little screws. More of the sleeves. I have more of these sleeves than I know what to do with. Because for the ones from the hands. A couple of screws. So, same as last time. Get these parts. And again, there's a small detail part on this barrel, or detail area. The undetailed one goes on first. And it's going to go on the bottom side of this. Let me double check. There. What I was looking at is to make sure that this went into the spot, went into it, into the threaded part last. So again, this one just goes on like so, and I think I went too far. Yep, went too far. Just like that, just like the other one. And then this part, the shorter end goes on here, like so. Get another one of these pins. And see, that's the thing, is they do, with the screws and stuff, they give you the parts, they give you extras. I'm sure there's going to be extras on here, but you have to remember what you did with the stuff from the last stage. Instead, what I'm going to do this time, because I tried to do it on the last one, but wasn't able to. What I'm going to do is get this started like that, just the very tip of it into the silicone sleeve, and then I'm going to slide this down into the silicone, and hopefully, or into the silicone, into the toe joint, and hopefully it will push in. No, it's sliding into the silicone instead. The pin is just sliding further into the silicone instead of the silicone going into the toe joint. And I'm not going to fight with it. Like I said, I have huge amounts of spares. I just cut that one off, and I'm going to do it with one of the others. That was my spare, basically. Exactly, spare parts. So that's in there. Push the pin in. And I'm holding it, the silicone sleeve back inside with my thumbnail. Get the toe joint. I'm just taking a look real quick. Yep. I'm just looking at the expert tip that says it should not line up perfectly. One of them should be pushing off to the right, and I'll show you that in a second. Wow, 8:30, and something just came from Amazon, or Amazon's saying, buy this stuff. Okay, so push that in, push against it from the other side, make sure that it doesn't come out, the silicone doesn't come out. Oh, come on. So the silicone did not go far enough in. So now this is not going all the way in. So let me see if I can poke a hole through my hand here. Joking, guys, I'm not going to poke a hand or poke a hole through my hand. The silicone part is a little chewed up, but that's okay. Should be able to still do the exact same thing. You just push it a little bit further down. That's going to work better. Yeah, the silicone was sticking up too far to where I couldn't get this thing to go down into its recess. Better. Okay, and so what I was talking about is this part here, the part with the detail. This part should stick off to the, a little bit off. It can sit straight, but it sits off like that. And there is toe number 2. So now we'll take sleeve, check how the sleeve fits on the bar. See step 10. Okay, that's what it's saying is this bar or this sleeve slides on here, and there's a raised ridge here and a groove here so that this will slide on here in only one way. It says to apply a little bit of super glue, slide that down there and fix it in place. So that should be enough to keep it in place. Yep. Then take this. Base the knee. Note there is a small tab on the end of the small tab on here, which fits into a small slot on the side of the part, which is right here. There's a small slot there. This actually there. You can see it better there. This part will fit in here like that. And then take one of these, actually out there. Take one of these screws here and using your third hand, hold this together. Hold this together while putting the screw in. I feel it going in. It's just taking its sweet ass time. Tightening all the way. There we go. And 2 more leftover screws. Whoops. Stage 98. It's 198. So 98 has the shin. Looks like a shin to me. They're calling it lower leg casing. If anybody kicks the Terminator in the shin, it's going to be right here. That is lower leg part. And another toe. Yep, that's a whole toe. Let me see what the first thing they do. They do the toe first. So let me set these aside. Be helpful to use the blade side, not the back side. And this is going to be the same thing as the last 2 toes were. Hopefully it'll go together easier than the last one was. First one went really nicely, the second not so nice. And so this does indeed have a stamp of 3 on it. So we're going to take this, take the short end again, check where the threads are. The threads are on this part, so I'll put that on the bottom. Grab one of the screws, push it through, and tighten it till it's flush. Like I said on the other one, last one, you can see there's a lot of play in there. Then again, the shorter lug on the other half. Push the silicone in. I don't know why it's pushing back, but I'm about to put this one on backwards from what the other ones are, because I was about to put the recess for the pin on the bottom. I need that to go down inside because of how difficult the other ones have been, or that one was. Let me try pushing this out and putting it in from the other side again. So what's happening is it's not going flush. See if either of these will fit better. Much more better. That first sleeve was not going through the second half of the hole, or the second hole on the toe part itself. So another pin. Actually, I'm going to cut both of them off this time. Save some time. Almost flush. So that one's in, it's flush, part still moves and sits off to the side. Take the toe. Toe doesn't really matter which way you put it in there. Take the pin. Push it down. Toe is now in place. And like I said, actually it's this way. That part sits off a little bit to the side. And that's the first 2 pages. And I did confirm this is stamped with a 3. So now taking this part, one of the leg part has a raised stud shape. They're talking about this here. Which then goes so looking at it the way they've got it, it goes in here. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, it goes that way. This housing. Okay, fit. Okay. So I got this little housing for the screw. The screw fits through it. It is countersunk to where it will sit flush once it's done. This goes into here, which then threads onto here. That's going to go on there like that. And it's, oh, I see what it is. It's has a little play on purpose. That's why it doesn't fit flush into a socket or anything. And you take this, and it's threaded further down inside the barrel. You just tighten it down. Once it sits in tight, this has a lot of play to it. That's why it's got that little nipple on there. Make sure it's all the way set. Yeah. And that's all that there is to do on that section, on that stage. So 99, 4th foot part, assemble the lower left leg. let's see where we started at, what, 96 or no 80, 86. I think 12 stages are enough for tonight. It's 8:45. Been at this for almost 3 hours. So I am going to flip back to there's there. Wow, camera fell over. It's sitting on top of a Google screen. So got quite a bit done. Got 13 stages done today. I'm very happy. And I just realized Eric fell asleep again. Yeah. But got 13 stages done. I'm pushing forward on the Terminator. I might stream tomorrow. I might not. But I want to get it done. I'm up to stage 99, which means I have 22 stages left to go. Means I'm going to be done with it and I can move on to something else, probably the Iron Man, because I've got 4 or 5 stages for him. Actually, no, I'm going to go to the Ghostbuster car. I would go to the gosh, I would go to the Enterprise D, but still not getting parts. I have not gotten any parts for the Ghostbuster car. What HLI advertisement? Okay. You guys are used to it every time. So, Echo, turn off patio lights. And let me turn off this one here, which gives you a much better, and you can see that all 3 of these are actually on. So we've got the FX01, which is going to go into my Voyager build. And, for it is a simple flasher. It's great for $15. It's well worth the $15. And then you got the FX02, which you've got the impulse, or not the you've got the engine. Let me see, just because. No, it's because of the other one flashing, you can't see it. There is a slight flicker to it, and you've got the disruptors and the photons. Alexa, turn on patio lights. Actually, here's my question for you, though, Shu. Alexa, turn on patio. Thank you. What part are you on? What stage are you on? Because I think it's because I'm so much further ahead of you that I don't get any parts. Let me double check. Issue 12 is where I'm at. What issue are you on, Shu? Because that might be my problem, is I'm too far ahead to where they're missing one. And I'm not getting mine every week because I've got so many going on. So let me flip back over here. But yeah, I would love to start working more on the Enterprise. I may start doing streams of what I'm taking it back apart and redoing the windows. Book 8 or 9. See, that's the problem, is I'm on book 12. I've been waiting for book 12 since just about October. Same with the Ghostbuster car. I've been waiting on parts since October on that as well. Actually, I think I got a book recently. I think I got book 11 like 6 weeks ago. Either way. Before I build any more, add any more to the frame, I've got to take all the windows out and redo them, because I'm going to fix it. I'm going to tighten it up, make sure that everything fits well so that I don't have the light leaks that every one of us have. So I'm going to call this a stream. It's 8:50, started at 6, almost 3 hours. and had a good time. So like and subscribe, please. And in the description, there is a link to HobbyLink International. Kenny has shut down his Facebook account, but the HLI site is still alive and well, going strong. You know, stop by there. The great bunch of guys. A lot of the guys that are on the stream right now are members of HLI. But if you like this type of content, if you like models, if you like looking at models, if you like building models, or even if you need help with something you've run into on a model, stop by, ask. People are more than happy to help out. So have a great evening, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next time.